My name is Adrian from MAIS Montenegro in Milan. Sorry, I have a bit of a dry cough and irritation, throat irritation. I am well at home, lots to do, many activities. What about you guys? How's your day been? What have you guys been up to? Yes, it's nice to be online, and hopefully soon we'll be able to see you guys in person in school. Yeah. Welcome to today's focus activity 6 to 7, geography. Excuse me. Geography was not really my strength in school, but I do like the terrain, like mountains, rivers, the different geographical terrain, lakes, rivers, cliffs, mountains. What else can you guys think of? Rivers, lakes, mountains, valleys, yeah. In Italy, you have lots of mountains, lots of lakes and rivers too. Okay, let's start with the first slide. So these are going to be your objectives for today, geography. In this focus activity, we're going to be talking about comparing geographic locations, superlatives, comparatives, and vocabulary. All right, I'm just checking if anyone's here. Okay, so I have no one. All right. Okay, just give me a second, guys, while I just put this correct. Okay. All right. So moving on. Okay, geography quiz. Where are they? Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world, 1,637 meters deep. Okay. It holds 20% of the world's fresh water. Lake Baikal is in, I would like you guys to try and guess, where is this lake? Which country is it situated? Which city or which continent? Yeah, something very close to where the lake is. You can tell me the country. You could tell me the continent or the city. Okay. Lake Baikal, the deepest. That means it's really, you can't see the seabed. Yeah? It's really deep. And the opposite of deep is shallow. Yeah. I'm going to write this down here, guys. The opposite of deep is shallow. Okay. Deep is shallow. Okay. So, right, that's there for you guys to see. Perfect. Good. The widest river in the world is the Amazon River. Where is that? The widest. Widest is the largest. Yeah, the largest. The widest. Yeah. The opposite of the widest is large or wide, and the opposite is narrow. Okay, narrow. Yeah. So opposite of wide is narrow. Perfect, guys. So let's find out okay, let's go to the next question. The next phrase, the highest waterfall in the world is Angel Falls at 979 meters. It is located in, okay, the highest, yeah? Highest, the smallest, okay? So I think the Lake Baikal is the deepest lake. I think it's in Asia. Probably it's in Asia. Let's have a look. Sorry. Okay. It's in Russia. That's in Europe. Yeah. It's in Russia. The widest river in the world is the Amazon River. I think it flows through several countries in South America. I would just say South America. South America, yes. The highest waterfall in the world is Angel Falls at 979 meters. It is located in, I think this would be in Northern America, in North America. Okay, that's in South America. It's a country located in the southern part of America. Venezuela. Yeah. Perfect, guys. So let's move on to the next slide. Waterfall. I think we have the one of the really biggest waterfalls would be in I think, is it in Africa? In Africa, that's called Lake. No, the waterfall is, I forgot the name of it. Victoria Falls, the Victoria Falls. And I think in the world, I think that's the biggest in the world. I think so. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's one in Canada, the Niagara Falls. Yeah. Okay. Now, geographic locations. What are these? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Yeah. I'm going to read you the geographical location words. Valley, river, desert, island, canyon, lake, mountain, and cliffs. Hi, Christina. How are you? Are you okay, Chris? Can you hear me? Can you see me? My name is Adrian from Maies, Milan, Maies Montenero in Milan. How are you today, Christina? Okay, you can hear me and you can see me. Great, good job. All right, I wanted to go back to the questions here. A quiz. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world, 1,637 meters deep. Yeah, it holds 20% of the world's fresh water. Lake Baikal is in, which country is it in? I'm fine, thank you, Christina. I'm well, thank you. I'm at home enjoying being at home, relaxing, doing a lot of reading, lots of watching of movies. Yeah. I'm well, thank you. All right, the first phrase, Baikal, the Lake Baikal. Do you know which country it falls in? It is the deepest lake. What is the opposite of deep? Naples. Hi, Christina. Good. I've been to the Naples in 2015. I came to Naples. I visited the Ischia Island. Naples is one of my favorite cities in Italy. I love the people, the food, the culture, the churches. Everything about Naples is really nice. Yes, yes. I am from Tanzania in eastern part of Africa. I studied in the States, in America, and now I live in Milan. Yeah. Nice to have you, Christina. Okay, going back to our phrase, where do you think Lake Baikal is? It is the deepest lake in the world. Deepest. What is the opposite of deepest? Shallow. Perfect, perfect. Do you know which country Lake Baikal is in? I can give you a hint. The letter starts with R. It's in Europe. It's in Europe. It is one of the biggest countries. It is bordering China. It starts with the letter R. Any responses? Okay, I will tell you it is, okay, no worries, Christina. It is Russia. Perfect. All right, the widest river in the world is the Amazon River. The widest, the largest. What is the opposite of wide? What is the opposite of wide? The opposite of wide is narrow. Yeah? The opposite of wide is narrow. Perfect, Christina. Perfect. Good job. The opposite of narrow is wide. Wide, narrow. Yeah. Something which is very large is wide, and the opposite is narrow. Is that clear? Okay. Now, which country or continent do you think the widest river falls in the world? Which country? Narrow is the opposite of wide. Yeah. Wide is like this, wide. And the opposite is narrow. Something which is not wide, narrow. Yeah. Is that clear? Is that clear? If it's clear, can you write okay or a thumbs up? Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, Christina. Yes, Christina, you're alone. Don't be worried. Don't be worried. It's fine. All right. The widest river in the world is in the Amazon. I think it is in South America. What about you, Christina? What do you think? I think this is in South America. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to tell me the answer for the widest river in the world. I think it's in South Africa. The question, can you see the slide? Can you see the slide? The widest river in the world is in the Amazon River. Do you know which country? Yeah, do you know which country? Do you know which country is this? Okay. Yes, I think this is in South America. Yeah. What do you think? South America. No, it's in South America. South America. Yeah. All right. The third phrase. The highest waterfall in the world is Angel Falls at 979 meters. Do you know which country it is located in? Do you know which country it is located in? It starts with the letter V. It is in South America. It starts with the letter V. Venezuela. Hi, Francesca. How are you? My name is Adrian. I'm from MIS Montenegro in Milan. Hi, Francesca. Nice. Nice to meet Francesca. Venezuela. Very good, Christina. Perfect, Christina and Francesca. All right, now moving on to the next slide. Geographic locations. What are these? Okay, I'm going to read out the words for you. Valley, river, desert, island, canyon, lake, mountains, and cliffs. Now, I want you to match the geographic locations with the words to match, okay? So picture A. Picture A is what word is it? Picture A. Picture A is, I'm going to give you some seconds, guys. A is valley. Very good, Christina. Oops, sorry. A is valley. Perfect. Okay, perfect. B. What about picture B? Hi, Armanda. Hi, how are you? My name is Adrian. I am from MIS Montenegro in Milan, sorry. How are you? I am fine, thank you, Armanda. B is mountain. Very good, Christina. What about C? C looks really lovely. It looks really nice, huh? Magnificent. I think that looks like a lake. I think that's a lake. Hi. Good. Nice to meet you, Amanda. Lake. C is lake. Perfect. What about D? D is river. Oh, D is an island. Sorry, it's an island. Sorry, that's an island. Sorry, that's an island. E. What about E? Yes, very good, Francesca. Desert, very good, very good. E is desert. The pronunciation is desert, not desert. Desert is tiramisu, desert, yeah. Desert is the sand dunes, yeah. Sahara Desert. Dessert is tiramisu, okay. Yummy, tiramisu, dessert. Okay, F is cliffs, very good. G is, anyone knows G? G is river. Perfect, Armanda. And the last one is canyon. Perfect. So I'm going to read out the words again for pronunciation. Valley, yeah? Repeat after me. Valley, mountains, lake, island, desert, cliffs, river, canyon. Okay? Perfect, guys. Now we're going to move on to the next slide. What adjectives? What is the opposite of wide, deep, and high? So what is the opposite of wide, guys? I'm going to give you some seconds to think of these and tell me, and you can write your answers in the chat box. Wide and narrow. Very good, Francesca. Wide is narrow. And what about deep? What about deep, guys? High, low, and deep is shallow. Yeah, perfect. All right, very good, guys. Is this clear? If it's clear, can you please write an okay on the chat box? If you can write okay or a thumbs up. Yeah, so we can continue to the next slide. Yeah, if it's clear, please write okay or a thumbs up. Perfect, Francesca. Perfect, Amanda. Perfect. All right, let's move on. Describing geographic features. What adjectives would you use to describe these geographic features? A valley, river, canyon, lake, mountains, and cliffs. What are the features represent these geographic locations? What are the characteristics do you think are of a valley? What do you think are the characteristics of a valley? I think a valley can be wide. What do you guys think a valley can be? Deep, shallow? Deep, shallow, yeah, perfect. A valley can be deep, shallow, or wide and narrow. A river can be wide or narrow or deep or shallow. Deep, yeah, is when you cannot see the bottom of the bed of the sea or of the river or of the lake. Yeah, the bottom of the river, sea, or lake. So deep or shallow. What about canyon, guys? Canyon. What about a canyon? What characteristics represent a canyon? High, a high canyon, or a deep also. I would say deep. Let's check. You can say deep, or you can say a wide canyon or a deep canyon. Yeah. You could also say a high canyon. It's very high. That's fine, Christina and Amanda. That's fine. What about a lake, guys? The lake, like Lake Garda. How can you define a lake? The characteristics of a lake. Deep, high, okay. You can say deep, yeah. A lake is wide also. Yeah, deep, wide. Mountains are high or low, yeah. What about cliff, guys? Cliffs. Do you know what's the name of the famous cliff in Dublin? In Dublin, in Ireland, Dublin. Do you know what's the famous cliff in Dublin? Can you guys write down the famous cliff in Dublin? Cliffs are high, yes. And what is the famous cliff, guys? Cliffs are high, wide or narrow also. Can be wide or narrow. What is the famous cliff, the name of the famous cliff in Dublin, in Ireland? Do you know? going to give you guys a couple of seconds to think about this. It's a very famous cliff in Ireland, Dublin. Have you visited Dublin? Do you know the name of the name of the famous cliff in Dublin? It is called the Moher Cliff. Moher's Cliff in Dublin. Dublin or Dublin. All right, guys, perfect. Let's move on to the next slide. Describe your town. So I want you to describe your city or hometown using the questions below to guide you. Yeah? How would you describe the streets in your city or in your town? Narrow or wide? What is its most important source of water? Is it fresh water, salt water? What is the geographic of your city, hometown? Any mountains, cliffs, valleys, rivers, lakes? Yeah. Now, how would you describe the streets in your city, guys? Could you write the answer in your chat box? How would you describe your city, the street, or the city, or the hometown where you are from? Yeah. The city I am from in Milan, the streets are wide. Streets are wide. In my city, the streets are wide. Perfect, Christina. Very good. Perfect. What about Francesca and Amanda? Amanda? Armanda? What about your streets? Are they wide? Are they narrow? In Bologna, the streets are quite wide. Perfect, Francesca. What about Armanda? Where are you from? How are the streets from where you are? How can you describe them? Are they wide? Are they narrow? All right, in the meanwhile, we're waiting for Amanda's answer. Francesca and Christina, what is the most important source of water in your city? Is it fresh water? Is it salt water? I think in Como, the source of water is fresh. It comes from the lake. I think so. What about where you come from? In Bologna, is the water source fresh or salty? I think Armanda is not here. Okay. In the meantime, we are waiting for your answers. The source water of Milan, I think, is fresh water. Yes, fresh water. I think both fresh water and salt water. I think. Yeah. I live in. Hi, Fabio. Hi, welcome on board. My name is Adrian. I'm from Maies, Montenegro in Milan. Nice to have you here. You are from Genova, and in my town, the streets are narrow. Okay, perfect, Fabio. What about the the geographic features of your city. What kind of features do you have? Lakes, rivers, mountains, valleys, cliffs, the waterfalls. Yeah. Could you tell me the geographic features that represent your town, city? Yeah. Guys, can you hear me? Okay, we are on the sea with the mountains behind. Wow, that must be amazing. What a nice view. A nice, a really nice view, panoramic. Panorama, yeah, nice. I live in downtown Naples, and where I live, the streets are narrow. The street is narrow, Mariano. Hi, Mariano. Welcome on board. My name is Adrian. I'm from MIS, Montenero, Milan. Bologna have the river Reno and hills. Okay, perfect, Francesca. What about the other guys? Any other features that represent your city, like mountains, valley, rivers, lakes, cliffs, waterfalls? When I used to live in Como, and I used to live very close to the lake, I used to have a nice panorama. The view was really nice. Perfect. All right, guys, let's move on to the next slide. Me too, Mariano. All right, let's move on to the next slide, guys. Okay, geographically speaking, the US is the world's third largest country in size. It is 2 times larger than the European Union. Its geography is very diverse, and you can find everything from tropical islands in Hawaii and Florida to cliffs, canyons, and deserts in the Southwest. That valley in California is deeper than the Grand Canyon. At 86 meters, it is the lowest point in the country. Denali in Alaska is the tallest mountain at 6,198 meters in the US and in North America. Crater Lake in Oregon is 589 meters deep, and it's also the 9th deepest lake in the world. The Mississippi River is the longest river in the US and the 4th longest river in the world. Now, guys, in this text, I would like you guys to tell me the superlative and the comparative words, the superlative adjectives and the comparative adjectives in this text. Very good, Christina. Salt water, my city is wet at sea. Okay, near the sea. Perfect. I'm going to give you guys some seconds to tell me the superlative adjectives and the comparative adjectives used in this text. The first one I can help you is largest. Yeah? Largest, then the next one is, it is a comparative adjective. Can you try and guess which one it is? Largest, very good, Francesca. Can you tell me the next comparative or superlative in the text? Which is the next adjective? Larger, very good. Francesca. Lowest, tallest, deepest. Yeah. So these are the superlatives. Longest, okay. Longest. Now, can you tell me the comparatives? Larger. Larger than, yeah. Deeper. Deeper. Very good, Francesca. What about another comparative? I think that's it. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah. Larger, third largest, and ninth largest, and the fourth longest. Yeah. So when we use, okay, so the third largest country in size, the US, and the ninth largest is Lake Oregon, Crater Lake in Oregon, sorry, and the fourth largest river is the Mississippi River. Yeah. Perfect. Low. Okay. Now, can you use comparative? Can you give me a comparative example between Mont Blanc and Denali, or Mont Blanc and Mount Everest? Yeah. Can you compare the two mountains? For example, Mount Denali is higher than Mount Blanc, but Mount Everest is the highest in the world. Can you give me another comparative sentence, guys? Can you write a comparative sentence using the three mountains, Mount Blanc, Mount Denali, and Mount Everest? Can you write down a comparative sentence? Can you give me a sentence between the three mountains, a comparative? Mount Everest is higher than Mount Denali. Very good, Francesca. The Mount Everest is higher than Mount Denali. Very good, Christina. Very good. All right, now I'm going to open a resource sheet, and I would like you to write sentences on the chat box, okay? Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right. Can you see the resource sheet? Can you see the resource sheet for Focus 6 to 7 Geography? If you can you please write okay or a thumbs up? Okay. Now I would like you to compare the mountains, Everest, Kanchenjunga, and K2 in Pakistan. Can you give me a comparative sentence, please? Comparative or superlative sentence? Can you see the resource sheet, guys? Can you see, guys? Can you see the resource sheet? Okay, I'm going to give you some seconds, guys. No, Mariano cannot see. Okay, no problem, guys. I will share another one. Just give me a second. No problem, guys. Can you see this again? Can you see this sheet? Can you see my slide? Guys, can you see the slide again? If you can see the slide, okay, yes, Francesca can see, okay. All right, now, so comparatives, guys, we use then, yeah? We use for regular adjectives ER or short adjectives ER. This mountain is higher than this mountain, okay? For superlatives, we use EST for short adjectives, yeah? Highest. And we use the article the highest, okay? Yeah? Perfect, guys. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, now, can you compare the islands in Madagascar and Hawaii? Can you compare? Or you can also use superlative to tell me about the two islands in Madagascar and Hawaii. Can you write a sentence, comparative or superlative? So, for example, Madagascar is the largest island, yeah? Madagascar is the largest island. Yeah? Or Hawaii is larger than Madagascar. Perfect. So, sorry, Madagascar is larger than. Yes, perfect, perfect. Perfect, Francesca. Yeah. What about the lake? Lake in Lake Victoria, Lake Tahoe, Lake Titicaca. Can you use a comparative or a superlative? Madagascar is more beautiful than Hawaii. I agree with you, Mariano. Very good. Perfect. Very good, Fabio. What about the lakes? I think Lake Victoria is the deepest lake. Yeah. or Lake Titicaca is deeper. No, Lake Tahoe is deeper than Lake Titicaca. And Lake Tahoe is the deepest. Sorry, Lake Tahoe is the deepest. Yeah. Lake Victoria is the largest lake. 69,000 kilometers squared. Lake Tahoe is the deepest. Yes, very good, Mariano. Francesca, very good. Perfect. Sorry, Francesca, very good. Lake Victoria is the largest, I think. Or Lake Victoria is larger than Lake Titicaca. Or Lake Titicaca is larger than Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is the deepest, yes. Perfect. What about the mountains, guys? The mountains. No, Mariano, I think the deepest is Lake Tahoe, 500 meters. Mariano, I think that's the deepest because Lake Victoria is 83 meters. Yeah? And Lake Titicaca is 281. So I think Lake Tahoe, 500 meters, is the deepest lake. Yeah. Lake Victoria is the largest lake in this group. Yeah? No, shallow, Francesca, we use more because it is two-syllable. Yeah, it is a long adjective. So, Titicaca is more shallow than Lake Tahoe. Is that clear, Francesca? Mariano, sorry. Oh, was it Francesca? Francesca, yes. Is that clear? More shallow. Perfect, Francesca. Yeah. What about the mountains? Mount Fuji and Mount Kilimanjaro. Can you give me sentences? Can you make sentences using comparative or superlative? Lake Tahoe is the deepest. Yes, Fabio. Very good. Good, Francesca. Perfect. Could you guys give me an example with the mountains using comparative or superlative? Mount Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain. Or Mount Kilimanjaro is higher than Mount Fuji. Yeah? Or Mount Fuji is smaller than Mount Kilimanjaro. Or Mount Fuji is the smallest in this group. Okay. All right, guys, is that clear? If it's clear, guys, yes, give me a thumbs up or write okay on the chat box. And we can close here for today. Yeah, this is the same thing. We can close here for today. Is the highest mountain. All right, perfect, Francesca. Very good. All right, we'll stop here for today, guys. Thank you for your time and your patience also. Hi, Maria. Okay, she just got in. Okay, he's the coldest. Is taller than Mount Fuji. Very good. Mount Fuji every year is the coldest. Remember, Mariano, to use the article the before the adjective in superlative. The coldest, the hottest, the smallest. Okay. All right, guys, we will have to close here for today. Thank you for your time and your patience. I hope you understood this lesson on comparatives and superlatives. Remember, guys, if the adjective is a short adjective, we use ER, okay? If it is a long adjective, we use more, yeah? For example, more interesting than, okay? And the same thing with superlatives. If it is short, EST. If it is long, we use the most. The most interesting city in Italy is Milan, for example. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good Thursday. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope to see you guys soon. And stay home, stay indoors. Enjoy your time at home. And see you soon, guys. Bye.